Doom 64 introduced us to the Nightmare Imp. It was a demon that on the surface seemed more formidable compared to the regular imp, but in practice, it only attacked slightly faster. I felt this was a missed opportunity and wanted to put my own spin on the Nightmare concept and re-envision it as a demon variant. It's good to be back after a 2.5-year hiatus. In case you forgot or you're entirely new, the name is FooSarr, and welcome back to my FooCept series where I create concepts for all of my favorite games. It's been a little while and I thought now was a time better than ever to finally wrap up my series for Doom Eternal and move on to greater heights. I've been sitting on these ideas for the better half of 4 years now, so let's waste no more time and delve into my concept for nightmare demons in Doom Eternal. The use of AI has in no way, shape or form influenced or assisted in the creation of this video or the concepts and themes shared within it. I can confirm that this video and concept were created by myself, a real human being, with no external assistance from an AI agent or tool. I outwardly revoke permission to use my concepts, content, and characteristics with any artificial intelligence model. If you wish to expand on this concept, please ensure you give credit to myself by linking this video and ensuring artificial intelligence is not used in your process. This channel does not support or condone the use of AI in any creative media. Thank you. Before we get stuck in, let's go over exactly what a nightmare demon does. If you'd like a full breakdown on the concept, in the comments below I have supplied a concept overview that will have more details than what is shared in the video. Alternatively, you can check out the brand new FooSarr website, which is the best place to keep up to date with the channel and see behind the scenes concepts and even look into some scrapped ideas too. Nightmare demons are a demon variant, and as such, there are no restrictions on what can or can't be a nightmare. The key traits all nightmare demons will exhibit are that they appear primarily purple and emit a haze. All of their attacks will give you the irradiated debuff that damages your health regardless of how much defense you have. The irradiated debuff can be completely nullified by wearing a rad suit. At half health, the nightmare demon will become translucent like the Spectre and avoid melee confrontations, focusing more on ranged attacks if possible. They will also now be able to teleport like the Prowler too. High-ranking demons such as super heavies or bosses may even have alternative attacks, behaviors, or other major changes too. Doom 64 released 19 years ago, and as such, the original Nightmare Imp has become quite dated in design. So for this video, I collaborated with a viewer of the channel, Lord Findergask, to give the Nightmare Imp a fresh coat of paint. If you have the chance, please go and check out their channel. I'll include a direct link to their channel in the description of this video. They've worked on so many Doom-related promotional pieces that I wish were added to the game, or acknowledged by id Software. The artwork speaks for itself. This guy is very talented, and they've been an absolute pleasure to work with. So thank you for helping me make this video possible, and I hope I do your artwork some justice. As part of the new design for the Nightmare Imp, they feature a crystalline look. While being strikingly different to the normal imp, these crystals serve a mechanical function too. When attacking, the Nightmare Imp will fire out a crystal dart that will bounce off 2 surfaces and splinter in half each time. And with each splinter, the damage will be reduced by half, but you are twice as likely to be hit. The Nightmare Imp will also release a crystal shard cloud after reaching half health that will linger for a short time. As we discussed just before, at half health as well, the Nightmare Imp will become translucent like a Spectre. Now walking into this cloud will rapidly shred through your shields and health, dealing more damage based on the speed that you're traveling at. This may seem like an odd addition, but if you're playing recklessly, it may just be the very thing to land you a game over. Whilst overall, the Nightmare Imp is largely unchanged from the regular imp, you must remember that at the end of the day, it's just an imp. The imp should never be tanky, it should never take away player agency, and it should never be like the Stone Imp. These are the first enemies that you face, and the bulk of the fodder you fight throughout the game. A small boost to their moveset is all they need as you progress. In the past, I've mentioned how demons progress in difficulty. Well, the Nightmare Imp would sit just after the Imp and just before the Prowler in a nice middle ground, keeping it weak but a little more deadly if left unchecked. And I think that's the perfect spot for a demon variant like this. After seeing the comments on my Marauder overhaul video, they inspired me to create another Marauder based around this Nightmare mechanic. So, introducing the Nightmare Marauder. Unlike the regular Marauder, the Nightmare variant lacks a shield, meaning that you can hit it 100% of the time. It also lacks its trusty Hellhound and Super Shotgun too. Instead, the Nightmare Marauder is a close-ranged pursuit unit that will never stop pressuring the player. The Nightmare Marauder is now equipped with a spiked shoulder pauldron, which will use to dash rapidly towards the player. If you're hit by this attack, you will be irradiated and knocked backwards, which can really throw off the flow of combat. Much like the Nightmare Imp, it will become translucent at half health, but unique to only the Nightmare Marauder is that it will also split itself into two shadowy copies. These shadow clones will deal the same amount of damage as the Marauder, but only have one hit point. If the player moves too far away, it will summon these clones again, so it's important to stay close and finish the fight. I believe these changes will make the Nightmare Marauder more formidable without compromising on difficulty, as a large barrier for entry for newer players was the Marauder's shield. Now replacing the Marauder's shield is a flame perfume that will arc horizontally. This flame arc can destroy any lock-on projectiles and disable the ice grenade before it detonates. The Nightmare Marauder may be weaker without the shield, but this flame perfume gives it a fighting chance. I go in more detail about these ideas in the pinned comments below and on the FooSarr website as well. There'll be a wealth of information about the channel and also scrapped ideas too, so please do go check it out. I've put a lot of effort into it. Finally, we have the Nightmare, a brilliant pun, but also an interesting idea that I don't entirely think will fit into Doom Eternal, but thought would be fun to share anyway. Unlike the other two demons I've shared in this video, the Nightmare is exclusively a Nightmare demon. Much like my demonic Wintheron concept, this demon will be dynamic and have two ways to defeat it. The Nightmare is clad in an ancient set of Knight Sentinel armor to imprison the real demon within. However, the demons capable of using black magic were able to enchant the armor, allowing it to fight back against their prisoners and join the demonic army. This armor repels Argent energy, and as such, the Unmaker and BFG, along with the Sentinel Hammer and Crucible, will have no effect. Sustained damage throughout rapid fire rate, for example the chain gun, combat shotgun, plasma rifle, will be the only way to crack the armor. As the armor is cracking, blood will spill out from within until the demon collapses. From the collapsed body will rise a blood-soaked phantom, which will attack the same way as the summoner from Doom 2016. From this point, you will need to defeat the Phantom within a set amount of time, roughly 15 to 30 seconds, otherwise it will repossess the armor and you'll have to repeat the first part of the fight again. This demon will attack similarly to the Hell Knight and Dread Knight, but any ground slamming attacks will jettison out sharp rocks that move outward in a shockwave. It will have less health when compared to the Hell Knight, but the difficulty comes in with the sustained focus it demands, and alone would be a troublesome threat. Now, the other way to defeat this demon is via explosives, such as the rocket launcher, grenades, sticky grenades, or focused fire burst from the ballista. This method will take slightly longer, however, it will gradually slow the movement of the Nightmare down, as with each hit the armor will begin to cave inwards. Once enough damage has been dealt, the demon will leak large amounts of blood before bursting, which can damage nearby demons and yourself. This method is more resource intensive and will take longer, but it ensures that there is no second part to the fight. So that about does it for the Nightmare Demon variants. If you've watched all the way through and you've thought of some Nightmare Demons that could be really cool to add to this roster, please share them in the comments below. I'm going to be putting some of the best of your ideas on my FooSarr website underneath the Nightmare Demons concept tab, so keep an eye on the website for that. It's good to be back, and if you're at all curious where I was, what I was up to, or anything like that, my future plans for the channel, please go check out my Doom Eternal playthrough, because in that series I cover all of these topics and more, and elaborate on those future plans I mentioned. The name is FooSarr, and this was my Nightmare Demon concept. I've got another 6 concepts to share with you before the Doom Eternal FooCept series concludes, so strap on in because it's going to get crazy. Thank you for watching, and always remember to stay creative and be unique.